everyone. Welcome to Lunchtime Goals with me, Wanda Martin, where we break for 8. So that means for 8 minutes, I get to share with you one goal setting tip that's going to educate you and it's going to motivate you to go after your goals. Now, the reason why it's only for 8 minutes is because the University of Scranton, they did a research and they discovered that 92% of Americans who set their goals, they never achieve them. 92%, which means if you're good at math, only 8% of Americans who set their goals, they actually achieve their goals. And so my goal is to hang out with you guys every Wednesday right here on Facebook Live to share with you one goal setting tip to get you to be a part of that. That's right, to be a part of that 8%. And that's what it's all about. I want to move you out of the 92% to be a part of that 8%. Now, hey, let me know who's on, who's hanging out with me. So if you guys are on, and which I know that you are, go ahead and type your name in the comments section. I just want to know who's hanging out with me today because I get excited when it comes time to helping people be a part of that 8%. Now, with the time that I have left for 8 minutes, I want to share with you one goal setting tip that I believe is going to help you to achieve your goals by the time 2020 comes to an end. And what I want to talk to you about today is this thing called persistence. That's right, it's this thing called persistence. Now, the reason why I want to share with you about persistence is because persistence is the key. And it's the key because persistence means to never, ever give up. That's right. If you're going to reach your goals, you have to have the mindset, you got to have the tenacity, you got to have the drive to never, ever give up. That means you have to have persistence. You know, as we come to a close of 2020, I mean, can you imagine this year is almost over? But as we come to the close of 2020, believe it or not, there are some people that have already abandoned their goals. They already abandoned their weight goals. They already abandoned their financial goals. They already abandoned their business goal or writing a book or whatever their goal is. They said over 64% of Americans have already abandoned their goals. In other words, they stopped being persistent, but not you guys. You guys are joining in with me every Wednesday and you're here today because you're not going to give up, you're not going to cave in, and you're not going to quit. You're going to be persistent with your goals. And because of that, I'm telling you, it's going to pay off for you in a big way. So that's one definition for persistent. It means to never give up. But here's another definition that I love. It means there is always a way. Persistence says there is always a way. You know, one of my favorite authors by the name of Jim Rohn, he said this. He said, if you really want to do something, look, you'll find a way. But if you don't, you'll find an excuse. And if anyone knows anything about that, it's Jim Rohn. You know, I read some history about him and they said that he had wound up dropping out of high school. And when he dropped out of high school, he found himself in a financial rut. But look, he still had these dreams. He had these goals on the inside of him, and he became persistent in seeing those goals come to fruition. They said by the time Jim Rohn was 31 years old, he became a millionaire. I mean, can you believe it? By the time 31 years old, a millionaire at 31 years old. But how did he get to that place? Because he was persistent. And that's what I'm saying. If you're going to accomplish your goals, listen, you're going to have the mindset that there's always a way. And let me tell you, in life, there's always a way. You just have to find a way. And if you don't believe me, hey, look at these examples that I have here. Here's one, Thomas Edison. They said after his teacher told him that he was stupid and that he would never amount to anything in life, and after over 10,000 failed attempts to create the light bulb, look, with persistence, Thomas Edison found a way to invent the first light bulb there was, and it made him successful. Look, how did he get that way? Because he was persistent. He never gave up. I mean, just think about it. If I just think about some of the things that I tried, look, after the third try, you know, I quit. But look, he continued until he was successful in achieving the first light bulb. And I'm so glad he did, because that's how I'm able to sit here and to talk to you all today, because I have some light because of the light bulb that he invented. But what I wanted to bring out to you guys, he was persistent, and his persistence paid off for him in a big way. Look, here's another example. You guys heard of him? Jack Canfield. That's right, Jack Canfield. After being turned down by over 130 publishers, Jack Canfield and this guy by the name of Mark Hansen, they continued to market their book to different publishers. And they said after they continued to market their book or to become persistent with marketing their book, they said there was one publisher that took a chance on them. And as a result of it, they said to date, because of their persistence, they have sold over 100 million copies in 45 different languages. Isn't that amazing? But again, how did they get that way? How did they become so successful? because they were persistent. Here's another one. J.K. Rowling. I'm excited about this lesson today. J.K. Rowling. They said, look, after nearly being penniless, after being a single mom, after going through divorce, after being severely depressed, and after needing governmental assistance, she remained persistent in writing her first book called Harry Potter. And because of that book, they said to date, she is one of the richest women in the world. As a matter of fact, they said her net worth is over $1 billion. $1 billion, you guys. But look, how did she get to that place? Because she was persistent. She had a lot of things going up against her, but she did not stop. She did not cave in, and she did not quit. In other words, her thing was, there's always a way. And she found a way to the point it brought her to the place where she's $1 billion riches as a result of her having this thing of being persistent. I mean, you guys, there are thousands of examples of ordinary people who were persistent with their goals, and as a result of it, it paid off for them in a big way. But listen, that just don't have to be their story. That can also be your story. I don't care, whatever your goal is, be persistent. This year is almost coming to a close. Don't give up, don't cave in, and don't quit, because there's always a way. And if you find a way, if you remain persistent with that weight goal or that financial goal or that business goal or a family goal, whatever goal that you have, if you remain persistent with it, look, it's going to take you further than you could have ever imagined. And if you're struggling and being persistent with your goals, hey, you guys, as I close, I want to give you 5 quick tips on how to remain persistent with your goals. So you guys ready? Are you getting something out of this today? Look, if you're ready, go ahead and type ready for me in the comment section. So you guys ready? Okay, let's get started. I want to give you 5 quick tips on how to remain persistent when it comes to your goals. So tip number 1, you guys ready? Okay, tip number 1 is take action. Listen, if you're going to be persistent, you have to take action. So what am I saying? Listen, stop waiting for your ship to come in. Sometimes you're going to have to get out the boat and you're going to have to swim to it. That's right. Sometimes you're going to have to get out the boat and you're going to have to swim to it. There are a lot of people on the sideline. They're waiting for their ship to come in. Don't be like one of those. Thomas Edison wasn't. J.K. Rowling wasn't. Jack Canfield wasn't. They didn't wait for their ship to come in. They got out of the boat and they swam to their ship. And that's what I'm telling you. You got to take some action. Persistence, take action. And so what I'm saying is that means you should at least set 3 actions that you're going to do in order to pursue your goals. Every day you should have 3 action goals or 3 action items that you're going to do in order to be persistent in going after your goals. So that's the first one. If you're going to be persistent, take action. Here's number 2. Keep showing up. You got to keep showing up. And I love this, no matter what. You got to keep showing up no matter what. Look, if you really believe in that goal, then keep showing up for it. And here's why. Because you never know when that breakthrough opportunity is going to come up or it's going to appear for you. So in other words, you got to keep showing up. And a good example of this is this guy, Abraham Lincoln. I love his story. They said at 47, he failed at becoming the vice president of the United States. They said at 49, he lost the senatorial race to become a Senate. But they said by the time he was 52 years old, President Abraham Lincoln became the 16th president of the United States of America. But how did he get there? Because he kept showing up. He didn't allow his losses to get in his way. He kept showing up. And that's what I'm telling you. You got to keep showing up. You got to keep bringing your A game, because you never know what door is going to open and you never know what breakthrough opportunity is going to appear. So keep showing up. So that's key number 2. Here's the third one. I love this one. You got to remain positive about your obstacles. You have to remain positive about your obstacles. Listen, don't get emotional about the obstacles that are right in front of you. Remember, there is always a way. There is always a way. So you just have to figure out how to move around it, how to move above it, or how to go under it. But however I'm going to move, I'm going to make sure that I move around the obstacle, remain positive, because there's always a way. As a matter of fact, I love this quote by this guy, Jim Watkins, and he said this: "A river cuts through a rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistence." A river can cut through a rock, not because of its power, but because of its persistent. And that's what I'm saying to you. Look, you guys, you're like a rock. I don't care what kind of obstacles are in your way. Look, get through that obstacle, not because of your power, but because of your persistence. In other words, your persistence have power to it. If you just keep utilizing persistence, just don't give up, don't cave in, and don't quit. Again, it's going to pay off for you in a very big way. So that's key number 3. Remain positive in the midst of obstacles. Look, I don't care what kind of obstacles that you may be facing. Just remain positive. How do I remain positive? By keeping this one thing in mind. There's always a way. So let's go to number 4. Key number 4. You have to learn how to say next. You have to learn how to say next. So what am I saying? Listen, don't take rejection personally. Just move the wrong door out the way until the right door shows up. And you know a good example of this? Colonel Sanders. I mean, you guys like KFC. I love KFC chicken. Look, if you love KFC chicken, look, go ahead and put KFC in the comment section. I am a fan of KFC chicken. Popeyes all right, but I love me some KFC chicken. But look, Colonel Sanders, he learned how to say next. As a matter of fact, listen to his story. They said that he knocked on more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. He knocked on more than 1,000 doors before he got his first order. So in other words, he learned how to say next. Every time someone slammed the door in his face, he didn't get discouraged. He didn't take it personally. He just learned how to say next. And that's what you're going to have to do if you're going to be persistent with your goals. Listen, people may slam the door in your face. They may not take on your book. Things may not work out the way that you want them to. But look, don't get discouraged. Don't take rejection personally. Just learn how to say next. And when you do, I'm telling you, again, you're persistent, just like Colonel Sanders, is going to pay off in such a big way. And here's number 5. Key number 5, you got to track your progress. Make sure you track your progress. Listen, you guys, it is easier to be persistent when you can't see how far you've come. So keep your goals visible so you can start tracking your progress and achievement so you can see how much closer you're getting towards your goals. So in other words, if you don't remember anything else that I say, you got to remember this key. Make sure you track your progress, because if you can see yourself making progress, look, you're not going to want to quit. You're going to want to keep riding the wave. You're going to want to keep on with that momentum. And the way to do that, you got to track your progress. You got to see how far you've come, and you've got to see what you've accomplished. But that comes on the back end of you tracking your progress. If you track your progress, it will help you to stay persistent, because you'll see that you're making good progress and you're on your way to accomplishing your goals. So you guys, that's about it for 8 minutes. I just want to share with you those quick tips about being persistent. And the 5 keys, let's just go back over them. I want you to take action. You got to keep showing up. You got to be positive in the face of obstacles. You got to learn how to say next. And then lastly, you want to make sure that you track your progress. Listen, you guys, the road to success isn't always easy, and there's going to be times that you're going to want to give up. But I love what Joyce Meyer says. Don't let your feelings vote. Don't let your feelings vote. In other words, don't give in to your feelings. Just don't give up. Don't cave in. Don't quit. Be persistent. Have a positive mindset, and which is there's always a way. And if you do, I guarantee you, your persistence is going to show up in a big way. And I love to close out with this scripture. Galatians chapter 6, verse 9 says, be not weary in well doing, because in due season you will reap if you faint not. In due season you will reap if you faint not. In other words, you will see your goals, or you will reach your goals if you don't give up, if you just stay persistent. And so I love to end all of my sessions with a trivia question. So my trivia question for you guys is this. Name one key that you're going to do to remain persistent with your goals. Name one key that you're going to do to remain persistent with your goals. And the first person to indicate one key that they're going to do, now I gave you 5. It has to be one of the 5 keys that I indicated that you learned today. But the first person to give me one key that you're going to do to remain persistent in reaching your goals, the first person to put in the comment section, you're going to receive a free mystery prize from my heart to your heart, just to say congratulations to you. Now, I love to shake it up a little bit. So you guys are not going to know who the winner is. And so I'm going to announce it next week. But go ahead, let's have some fun. Name one key element that you're going to do in order to remain persistent with your goals. Go ahead and put it in the comment section now as we're speaking. And the winner will be announced next week, and you will receive a special mystery prize in the mail from my heart to your heart. Now, you guys, look, the fun's not going to stop there. The fun can keep on going. You know, this weekend, I am offering a Go for the Goal webinar. So for 2.5 hours, I'm going to share some goal setting motivational tips and educate you in order for you to reach your goals. You can tell I'm still excited about this. And so this is going down this weekend on Friday and Saturday, October 23rd and also October 24th. And I have multiple times for your convenience, just so that you can join us this weekend. Now, listen, what are you going to learn from this Go for the Goal webinar? I want you to know how it's going to feel for you to set and achieve your goals. So some of the things you're going to learn is right there on the screen. I'm going to teach you the importance of goal setting. I'm going to teach you how to set your goals in an effective way. Listen, there is an effective way to set goals. I know a lot of people that are setting goals, they're not reaching them because they're not doing the effect in an effective way. You know, goal setting is almost like a combination lock. You got to have the right numbers lined up in order for that lock to open. And I'm going to give you the right numbers this weekend. And so I teach you how to set your goals in an effective way. Also, I'm going to teach you how to achieve your goals faster. You know, if you're like me, I don't have time to waste. Time is moving. Time is of the essence. And so I want to share with you some goal setting tips on how to achieve your goals faster. You're going to learn how to overcome procrastination. And then lastly, I get to share with you some tips and some strategies that Millionaire uses for goal achievement. You know, I had an opportunity this year to teach some millionaires in Aspen, Colorado about goal setting tips. And they were blown away. They were impressed. They learned some things. They were educated about it. And these were millionaires. And so I take these same tips, I'm going to bring it and show it to you guys. And I'm doing the webinar this weekend. And so if that's you, don't let your 2021 be like 2020. You want to make sure that you set and achieve all of your goals, but you need information. You need mastery knowledge in order to do that. And I am here to make sure that you get that information. All you have to do is just register today. Just go to www.wandamartin.org and just click on Go for the Goal webinar, fill out the information, pay your fee, and your spot will be reserved. Now, with this webinar, I will be sending you a digital manual so you can follow along with me during the webinar. So you're not just going to be listening to me, you're going to be working your goals. And so make sure you show up with your goals, because I'm going to walk you through each and every one of your goals so you will know how to set your goals in an effective way and so that you can see them come to pass a whole lot faster. And so that, again, it's going down this weekend, Friday and Saturday, October 23rd and 24th. Don't you be the one that miss out. There's a couple of seats left. Listen, you want to make sure that you reserve your spot. I look forward to seeing you guys on this weekend. But it doesn't stop there. Look, here's more fun. I am in the process of, and I shouldn't even say I'm in the process, my publisher is in the process of editing my book even as we speak. I just wrote a 100-page book about goal setting where I share tips and strategies about goal setting. I share my stories. I share my examples. I share my failures about goal setting. I share tons of information in a practical and easy way so you can follow them so that you can set and achieve your goals as well. And so, hey, you guys, I want you to go ahead and pre-order your book. You don't have to wait. You can pre-order it right now. And as soon as it comes off the press, I'm going to ship it out and mail it to you as soon as possible. Now, I do want to say, hey, thank you guys for the ones that have already pre-ordered your book, pre-ordered my book, I should say. And I know some of you guys probably got some books that are in you that you're writing, but thank you guys for pre-ordering my book. The numbers have been off the chart. People have been pre-ordering this book from the north, south, east, and west, and I'm excited because I get to share with you information that I've learned to get you guys to be a part of that 8%. And so how you can pre-order that book, you just go to, again, www.wandamartin.org, and you can go ahead and pre-order that book today. And then as we close out, hey, you guys are all my first-time visitors. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me here at Lunchtime Goals with Wanda. And just to show my appreciation, listen, you see that beautiful gold wristband that's right there on your screen? I want to send that out to you. I want to mail it to you just to let you know I really appreciate you for hanging out with me today. So if this is your first time tuning into Lunchtime Goals, hey, go ahead and put your name in the comments section, and I will make sure that I will send you your wristband in the mail as soon as possible, because it's going to motivate you and it's going to remind you to go after your goals. And on the flip side of that wristband, it says I'm a part of the 8%. And so it makes you a part of our family. So if this is your first time visiting with us, hey, go ahead and type your name in the comments section so I can send to you your wristband in the mail free of charge, but just to say thank you and just to let you know you need to go after your goals so you can be a part of the 8%. And as we close out, hey, you guys, follow me on my Go for the Goal Facebook page. I want you to like the page. And if you like gifts, if you put Lunchtime Goal in the comments section, I'm going to also send you a free gift in the mail as well. So listen, don't just like it. Go ahead and put put Lunchtime Goal in the comment section so I can send you something in the mail. I love to give. And so, you know, it's not a problem to me. It's something that I enjoy doing. And I just want to appreciate you guys for just liking my Facebook page, because I share on that page every single day. I share quotes. I share tips. I share strategies. I share a lot of stuff on my Go for the Goal Facebook page. So if you want to be a part of that community, go ahead and like the page so you can get that information as well on a daily basis. Look, you guys, I'm serious about being a part of the 8%, but I can't do it without the knowledge. And so as I get the knowledge, I share with you guys so you too can be a part of that 8%. You can also follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel where I have Go for the Goals videos up there. Again, more information to set you up on setting and achieving your goals in an effective way. And then lastly, if you just want more information about goal setting, you can visit my website, which is www.wandamartin.org. Well, you guys, hey, I had a great time hanging out with you guys today with Lunchtime Goals with Wanda. We breaking for 8. I just shared with you a goal setting tip for 8 minutes, and that is be persistent. Look, I don't care what it looks like. Keep showing up, keep being persistent, because I know this, in life, there's always a way. Don't let nothing stop you. Achieve your goals for this year and watch it pay off for you in a big way. So like I always like to conclude, hey, you guys, be safe, be great, and be 8 all day. Hey, God bless. Have a great day.